Are you always confused when a guy can't get enough of you within the first 2 weeks and then boom, just like that, he's a ghost? Isn't it frustrating to constantly try and figure out what you're doing wrong that is repelling these men away from you? I'm gonna be honest, it's less about you and more about the men and how they operate. Which is why on today's live show, we're gonna be discussing why he acts interested and then disappears. That way you can finally have a clear understanding of why this extremely strange situation continues to happen.
When a man ghosts you, you do not text him or call him asking him, "Why did you ghost me?" You look desperate when you do that. You never do that. Let that man be. You don't know why he ghosts you, and it don't matter. He could have been a brokey anyway. Some men ghost because they may not be interested in you. Or they may be ghosting you to test you out to see if you're going to chase him. Doesn't matter either way. He don't exist anymore. Okay? You should have a full roster of men anyway to the point where you wouldn't even notice if you were ghosted. Stop focusing on one man. That's the problem. You focus on one man and then when it don't work out, you have to start from scratch. Do you think when you're dealing with a man, especially at the talking stage, that you're the only one he's talking to? Yeah, if you think that, then there's a problem. So when a man ghosts you, it don't matter. He don't exist anymore. And if he does come back saying, "Hey stranger, who is this? Block? You don't exist."
I think it's kind of amazing that as we get older, we kind of just know when someone's ghosting us. Like, remember when you were younger and you had no clue that this man was ghosting you and you would like hyperventilate and you're like, why isn't he texting me back? And now you're just like, oh, damn, another one bites the dust. It's so funny because women do it to men and men do it to women. But as we spend more time in the dating game, we just see the patterns and we just know. Like, oh, he got sick and he canceled the date. Oh, you're never going on that date. Oh, the communication is spotty. Babe, this is spotty. This is not going to work. Oh, you texted me a week later. You're bored. You don't really like me. Work got really busy. Girl, just focus on yourself. He's trying to ghost you. He doesn't like you. Move on. People say things like young people, they just move on so quickly. No, it's because young people see the patterns of when someone's not interested in them. Like, I know that he doesn't like me. He knows that I don't like him. So we're gonna move on. We're not like sticking around and sticking around and sticking around because we have to, because we're delusional. Whereas I feel like maybe back in the day, like if he spun the block a week later to reschedule a date that he's already canceled 3 times, a woman would be like, I cannot wait. Not actually thinking about the fact that he probably just spun the block because his roster's not responding to him and he's bored. Not because he likes you. But we're smarter now. That's what I think, at least. What do you think? I actually think
if he's ghosting you, leave him alone, right? If he wants to be a ghost, we're going to respect the dead. We're not going to go dig up people's graves. If you want to be dead, I'm going to leave you dead.
If a man walks away from you or ghosts you with no explanation, or they may have other options and things like that, what you don't want to do as a woman is question it. You don't care. You're unbothered, okay? If you are not unbothered when you're ghosted, then you're doing this all wrong. The point of being ghosted is to be unbothered. Because a lot of times when a man ghosts a woman, sometimes, not all the time, it's to get the woman to chase. And you're not that type of woman, so you're not going to chase. Another reason is either they can't afford you or they found somebody else or they went back to whoever they were with in the first place. So you don't want to care why. If they wanted you, they would be there. Okay? So don't ever question why a man ghosts you. If they come back into your life, charge.
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about a topic that a lot of women are frustrated with: ghosting. You've probably been in a situation where everything seemed to be okay or going great with a guy, and then out of nowhere, poof, he vanishes without a trace. You left wondering what happened. Why do men ghost women? Okay, so we're going to get into it, the reasons why men ghost men. So I had to put the videos together so that you watch and learn. So I'm just here to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video: why do men ghost women? So the first reason why men ghost women is that they were not ready for a serious relationship in the first place. So here is the thing, he might have enjoyed hanging out with you, but deep down he wasn't emotionally available. Instead of being honest about his intentions or feelings, he simply fades out. Okay, so ghosting becomes an easy way for him to avoid confrontation or explaining that he's not looking for something long term. You might have been looking for commitment, and the moment he felt that pressure, he decided to bail without a word. This is not about you, it's about his inability to be upfront. Okay, the next reason some men ghost because they fear confrontation. Let's face it, people in general often struggle with difficult conversations. Instead of having the guts to say, hey, this is not working out, he chooses the easy route, disappearing. It's a coward way, I know, but in his mind, ghosting spares him from the awkwardness or guilty that he might come from hurting your feelings. You think it's better to vanish than deal with explaining why things are not working out. It's important to remember that ghosting is a reflection of his communication skills, not your worthy. Another common reasons why men ghost is because unfortunately some guys are addicted to the trial of the chase. When everything is fresh and exciting, he's super engaged. But the moment things start to settle into a routine, he loses interest. This happens especially if he's not looking for anything serious. He's just chasing the high of the initial attraction. Once that fades, he is gone. It's not that you did anything wrong. He was only in it for the fun. And the moment things felt like they were not getting too real, he bored or he bailed it out. Let's be real for a second. Another possible reasons why men ghost is that they were not the only person he was talking. You are not the only person you're talking to. If he was dating multiple women or exploring other options, he might have been choosing someone else. And instead of being honest about it, he disappears. It's hateful, but it happens more than we realize, especially in today's dating world where so many people are jungling different connections. Okay, ghosting is way of ending things without actually having to give you closure, which again shows a lack of maturity on his part. Sometimes it boils down to simply emotional immaturity. Some men just don't have the tools or emotional intelligence to handle their own feelings. Okay, so let's alone someone else. Ghosting is an immature response to feeling overwhelmed, confused, or even guilty. Instead of working through those emotions or communicating what's going on, he shuts down completely. If a man ghosts you, it's a clear sign that he is not emotionally equipped for a healthy relationship. And honestly, you deserve someone who is. So ladies, if you've been ghosted, know that it's not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of him. Where he's emotionally ghosting is a sign that he's not ready for the kind of relationship you deserve. And why it hurts is also an opportunity to move on to someone who is mature enough to handle their emotions and be honest all the time. So don't settle for anything less. Okay, so if a man ghosts you, he's not for you. Keep searching your man. Okay, so don't feel discouraged. I know ghosting happens. You can just go maybe unfriend from dating for a moment, but when you feel ready, you can start going. Ghosting doesn't mean that when this man doesn't like you, the next one won't. No, you're going to find your perfect match, a person who's going to understand you, a person who's going to love the way you are, a person who has the qualities you're looking for. Okay, yeah, so that happens. I just want to say thank you for watching. All I can say is a bye bye for now.